Judges 6:23a. The Lord said to him, "Peace to you, do not fear, you shall not die." After their occupation of Canaan, Israel as a nation cycled between rejection of God and repentance. However, there were always a faithful few who clung to the Lord. In Judges 6, God's protection left Israel, and a man named Midian raided livestock, set fire to fields, and forced Israel to seek refuge in mountain dens and highland caves. Midian and his army of Amalekites successfully waged guerrilla warfare against Israel for 7 years. Once again, Israel was lost, hungry, and hurting, and they cried out to God for help. Israel was facing a pre-Davidic Goliath, figuratively speaking, and aid came from the unlikeliest of people. Gideon is described in Judges 6 as being from the lowest family of his tribe and the youngest of his father's children. We can imagine a scrawny kid without much training in military tactics or politics, who also lacked in resources and direction. But an angel of the Lord recruited Gideon. For the least is always the greatest in God's eyes. Luke 9:48. At first, Gideon was skeptical, but God was patient with him. After a sacrifice that an angel of the Lord set alight and some dewy wool that God made dry, Gideon believed and did as God asked. As a test to poke the bear, Gideon's first strike was against one of the Amalekites' pagan altars, which incensed Midian, and so he gave Gideon the degrading moniker Jerubbaal, which loosely translated means "let Baal take care of him." With this minor victory, Gideon was able to rouse a handful of fighters to his cause. Battle after battle, Gideon flushed out Israel's oppressors, and he saved his countrymen from Midian's tyranny. History remembers Gideon, this insignificant boy from a lowly lineage, as a valiant warrior and a judge of Israel. In Judges chapters 6 through 9, God reminds us that without him, we will never fully prosper. But if we will only trust in him, whether in good or bad seasons, help will always be there, even in the unlikeliest of circumstances.